What if everything you thought about the fall of angels is wrong? What if the official narrative, printed in scripture, hides truths? A sanitized lie created to prevent bigger questions. They told you a simple temptation, a fleeting desire. But forbidden texts reveal cosmic, high treason coup, a calculated rebellion against the very divine order. The angels involved were not the lowest ranks. They were the Watchers, the powerful Grigori, a celestial elite holding ancient cosmic secrets. They held the blueprint of the cosmos itself, the universe's very operating system, in their grasp. Their crime was weaponizing that cosmic knowledge, deliberately breaking reality's sacred template, forcing the creator to annihilate an entire civilization. This was an intellectual coup, not simple fleshly sin. These beings were no mere celestial messengers. The Watchers were an elite contingent, positioned close to principalities in the angelic hierarchy. Cosmic administrators responsible for spiritual laws and the destiny of nations and cities. They were masters of subtle manipulation, capable of communicating the highest divine laws. Their task was detached observation, silent guardians, neutral witnesses to humanity's slow, natural development. But in their arrogance, they saw opportunity, not a developing project, but an opportunity. When they descended, they knew their power. They fully understood the chaos and destruction. Their descent was not an impulsive flight of passion. It was formalized by a collective covenant, a sworn, irrevocable oath on Mount Hermon's peak, a location even then carrying their haunting stigma. The vow was absolute. They would all descend. They would take human wives and father offspring. Critically, they would teach their human offspring all the forbidden secrets of the heavens and earth. This was the core of their treasonous act. They sought to hijack humanity's intellectual evolution, short-circuiting millennia of spiritual growth with immediate, uncontrollable God-level knowledge. They used desire as a tool to commit the ultimate intellectual crime against the cosmos. The Watchers' leader, Semjaza, architect of this rebellion. His sin, cold, intellectual arrogance, not simple lust. He saw divine process as inefficient, almost cruel. His ultimate goal, prove his advanced, immediate knowledge could create a superior, faster, more powerful civilization. He used desire for human women as leverage to bind his subordinates, cementing their treachery. Cementing the largest single act of intellectual rebellion. The rebellion was philosophical before it was physical. The first, most immediate, lethal forbidden gift, it came from the Watcher, Azazel. His gift was not creation, it was something darker. He taught the alchemy of relentless, brutal war. Azazel taught man the exact process, the temperatures, and the tools required to smelt and forge iron and copper, transforming them from raw ore, turning them into weapons of efficient mass-scale murder. Swords, shields, daggers, and the first body armor. He didn't just give us the tools, he gave us the blueprint. The blueprint for industrial destruction, endless war. This was the birth of organized violence, a new horror, a concept alien to the original human nature. Azazel's teaching was a strategic package deal. It went beyond mere killing, far beyond. It included showing man how to mine and refine silver and gold, metals previously untouched, deemed worthless, now transformed into wealth, currency. This created the first social stratification based on lethal power and unbridled greed. Possession of deadly weapons instantly fractured equality, fractured the equality of the early world, establishing a hierarchy of power, vanity, and the ruthless exploitation of labor. The corruption became systemic, ensuring it was self-sustaining and accelerated exponentially, uncontrollably, catastrophically. The other Grigori were equally effective in destabilizing the divine order. They unlocked the true, terrifying potential of the occult. They taught the knowledge of root cuttings and sorcery, using specific herbs and powerful incantations to instantly manipulate health, sickness, and the elements themselves. They granted man the power to curse and heal, bypassing the divine natural order of life and death, effectively handing man the keys to become small, chaotic gods. This immediate, unearned power was the essence of treachery. They granted capability without the necessary wisdom, or the responsibility required for such power. Another core piece of the cosmic rebellion, the teaching of astrology and divination, the forbidden interpretation of celestial signs. By teaching man how to interpret and claim to control the future based on star movements, the angels granted humanity a false, intoxicating sense, an intoxicating sense of omniscience, a grand illusion, allowing them to reject the subtle, guiding divine will and believe they could master their own fate through mere prediction. They turned the heavens, their very realm of origin, into a tool for profound human hubris. From the union of divine power and human flesh came the Nephilim, the hybrid offspring. These were not simply large men, they were colossal, insatiable tyrants who immediately began to consume all of mankind's labor and resources. Possessing both cosmic strength and chaotic appetite, their massive hunger quickly turned to cannibalism. When food ran short, the earth was literally devoured by a race that should never have existed. The Nephilim, terrifying proof of the Watcher's experiment, a catastrophic failure of cosmic proportions. The corruption became so vast, so systemic, that the earth itself cried out for intervention. The land was weary, the natural order inverted, foundations soaked in injustice and the blood spilled. It was not God who first condemned them, not in a fit of rage but solemn necessity, but the righteous archangels, Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, who pleaded with the Creator to strategically intervene. The verdict was set, the cosmic balance restored. The Watchers must be bound, their progeny destroyed, and the forbidden knowledge eradicated completely. The intervention was a necessity to save creation itself. The Great Flood was not primarily an act of vengeance. It was an act of cosmic decontamination, pure and surgical. A desperate strategic necessity to delete memory. The flood was designed to wipe out the Nephilim bloodline and, crucially, destroy all Watchers' instruction structures. The divine was waging a war against information itself, ensuring only the simplest, safest human line could survive and start anew, free from the angels' corruption, free from the seeds of immediate God-level power. The punishment for the Watchers was final, yet subtle. They were bound by archangels and sealed deep within the hollows of the earth, their prison, where they remain, awaiting a final, eternal judgment. This is the chilling truth the forbidden texts reveal. The very ground you walk on is their prison for the knowledge that broke the world. Their silent, tortured presence is the psychic engine for every forbidden urge and secret society that still seeks the power they pass down. They are the lowest in their new hierarchy of torment, eternal prisoners, but their secrets are still the highest.